Now what do we learn about Jannah? وَلَكُمْ فِيهَا مَا تَدَّعُونَ. You're going to have whatever you place an order of. And what order did you just place? I want to know what happened to my friend. هَلْ أَنْتُمْ مُطَّلِعُونَ فَطَّلَعَ. So he made the request, he tried to find out. فَرَآهُ. So even in Jannah, Allah opened a window for him and showed him a window into the middle of hell. فِي سَوَاءِ الْجَحِيمِ. He saw his friend in the middle of Jahim, in the middle of the roar. Remember there was a path to the roar and it was getting louder and louder? You remember that? He's in the middle of the Jahim. He's deep in the thick of it, his friend. And now this guy, now you need you to keep with me where the scene is happening. This person is in Jannah and they've gotten a view into Jahannam. And they're looking at their friend only because they requested, I want to see my friend. Even that wish is granted. Jannah grants you every wish. He looks at his friend, he says, Tallahi, I swear to God. By the way, Tallahi is never used except in cases of emergency. In crazy cases. You normally you say Wallahi. Arab says Wallahi. Wallahi, it's 100 degrees today. Wallahi the exam, I don't know. Wallahi, I hate that guy. It's fine. Tallahi, when you mean business, when it's really intense, when it's serious. Tallahi, in kitta la turdin. He doesn't even say, Tallahi, are you okay? Are you alright? Can I do something? Can I get you some water? Because there's water being passed around over here. Ma'in bayda'a ladhatin lisharibin. Can I just throw some down at you or something? No. First thing that come out of his mouth. Oh my, I swear to God, you almost made me fall off the cliff too. See how much imagery of the cliff there is? فَطَّلَعَ, to climb on a mountain. To climb on a mountain. Then turdin arda yurdi irda, to drop somebody off a cliff, to push somebody off a cliff. He's like, man, you almost got me pushed off the cliff. What's he talking about? He's like, I almost hung out with you. I almost adopted the same lifestyle you have. Oh my God. That was close, because I used to hang out with you all the time. We used to think like one. We used to do everything together. And I almost did the haram things with you too that you were up to. But, oh, that was close. In kitta la turdin. And where is he still? Where is this guy still? Still in Jannah. And he says this. لَوْلَا نِعْمَةُ رَبِّي. He says, had it not been the favor of my master, لَكُنْتُ مِنَ الْمُحْضَرِينَ. I would have been from those who are made to stand. Now, made to stand, presented for evaluation, happens in Judgment Day. Has Judgment Day already come and passed? Yeah. So he's reminiscing. I remember, I was passing by, I was making my way to the gates of Jannah, and I saw some people couldn't go because they were being interrogated. You know how there's an express line in the Travel Security Administration? And then there's the everybody else line? And there are some people just go through security and watch everybody else still standing there? The VIP pass? This guy, as he was walking by, he saw those people that were standing, huge millions of people standing, waiting for their interrogation or the interrogation going on. And you just walk straight into Jannah, the path. So he says, oh my God, if Allah's favor wasn't there, I would have been in that list, that group of people, because that's where they end up. لَكُنْتُ مِنَ الْمُحْضَرِينَ. So he's reliving now in Jannah, he's reliving the events of Judgment Day. Just because he saw a picture of hellfire. So now the window is closed. He doesn't want to look at it anymore. His wish is granted, the window is closed. Where is he again? Jannah. But you know why I keep saying that? Because now that the window is closed, he looks at Jannah again, and it's like he's looking at it for the first time. It's like he was never there. Was he already there? Was he already hanging out? Was the Judgment Day already passed? Everything's already done. But even just that look shattered the memories of Jannah for him. It's like, now his new joy is not that he's in Jannah. His new joy is that he's not in hell. That's his new joy. So the first thing he says, أَفَمَا نَحْنُ بِمَيِّتِينَ. Are we really not going to be dying anymore? Really? There's no more death? He already knew that. But he's saying it because he's in shock. And how great not being in hell is. إِلَّا مَوْتَتَنَا الْأُولَى. Except the first death we already tasted, it's over, right? It's not going to happen again? وَمَا نَحْنُ بِمُعَذَّبِينَ. And we're never going to be tortured again, right? We're never going to be tortured, right? Oh my God. Who's going to be talking about torture in Jannah? But this guy's so happy to be in Jannah now, not because of the drinks and the company and the beautiful spouse like that. That's like the eagle's egg on top of the mountain and all of that. He's happy because he's not in hell. It's amazing. وَمَا نَحْنُ بِمُعَذَّبِينَ. We're not going to be tortured ever again? إِنَّ هَذَا لَهُوَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ. No doubt this is the ultimate success. For this guy, the ultimate success is not being tortured. Because he sees what it's like. Allah says at the end of this all, this could be you. فَلْيَعْمَلِ الْعَامِلُونَ. Anybody who's going to put themselves to work better get their act together now. You know, in Surah Yasin we saw مَا قَدَّمُوا وَنَعْلَمُ مَا قَدَّمُوا وَآثَارَهُم. We saw what they've invested ahead and the remnants that live left behind. Now we're learning ancestors that leave bad traditions behind, and they're followed up by generation and generation and generation to come. Those ancestors are going to pay, and so are the generations that followed them blindly. فَهُمْ عَلَىٰ آثَارِهِمْ يُهْرَعُونَ وَلَقَدْ ضَلَّ قَبْلَهُمْ. You know, I feel for them. I feel for some people. There are people I know that converted to like Jehovah's Witness or converted to Christianity for immigration status, Muslims. They converted for status. And now they're raising their family as Christians because religion wasn't already a big deal in their life. And they figured it can bring me something good in this life, why not? And so the entire church sponsored their papers, and they got the top-notch lawyer and all of this and that, and they got, asylum and this and that. And they got it. And now those generations of children, generations of every one of them that person is going to pay for. Every one of them. I feel bad for people like that. Allah knows what response to send when. And He's the best of those who respond. And even though you don't think Allah has responded, Allah has. And Allah has responded with the answer that is better for you. Not the answer that you want, the answer that you need. What you want is immature. What you need, Allah knows. So He responds immediately whether you see it or not. وَنَجَّيْنَاهُ وَأَهْلَهُ مِنَ الْكَرْبِ الْعَظِيمِ. And we rescued him and his family from the great disturbance. A disturbance that brings about distress and sadness and fears called karb. وَجَعَلْنَا ذُرِّيَّتَهُ هُمُ الْبَاقِينَ. And we made his offspring, them the only ones. This is hasr because of whom? The ones that remain. In other words, even though other people were boarded onto the ship, and other believers survived too, what we're learning here from Allah Azza wa Jalla is that their generations didn't survive. The only generations that survived were the sons of Nuh alayhi salam that were believers that came with him. One of them we know about that didn't come on board. Or perhaps he got married again, and he started another family because humanity started over again. And then Sam, Ham and Yafis, the three sons that we know about. Sam and Ham and Yafis, and from their lineage, all of humanity comes. Ibrahim alayhi salam is from the lineage of Sam. Of his three sons, Sam, Ham and Yafis, Ibrahim alayhi salam is from the Sam side. وَتَرَكْنَا عَلَيْهِ فِي الْآخَرِينَ. And we left on it, meaning we left people committed to His path, in those who came in the last of days, in the final of them.